Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing, the situation involved. This is really legal news. I've slowly kind of strayed into the political currents, if you will, in terms of news. It's not something I want to particularly focus on, but yeah, from time to time, we're going to do that because law and politics and public policy sometimes interact. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, "Court Accepts Petition Against PM," quoting directly, "The Constitutional Court has accepted a petition seeking the ouster of Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin over his decision to appoint a minister with a prison record. However, the court has voted 5-4 not to suspend him from duty pending its ruling." Quoting further, "By a vote of 6-3, the judges agreed to accept the petition and ordered Mr. Srettha to provide an explanation within 15 days. Quoting directly, "I respect the court's decision to accept the petition. When I entered politics, I was ready to be scrutinized," he said, he being the current Prime Minister Srettha. By the way, honestly, classy response. When I read that, I was kind of like, yeah, that's a cool response. Quoting further, "Mr. Anusom," that's Anusom Lamsaad, a Pheu Thai Party MP, said Pheu Thai and other coalition parties have thrown their support behind Mr. Srettha and are confident the government will be able to complete a full 4-year term. Quoting further, "Mr. Srettha has 15 days to submit a defense, but if he cannot clear himself, the court may suspend him as prime minister, and this could subsequently lead to a change in prime minister." And that statement was made by Olan Tien Bang Tiao, a political science lecturer at Burapha University. Quoting further, "In this scenario, Pheu Thai leader Pangthong Thang Shinawat, Thaksin's daughter, could replace Mr. Srettha," Mr. Olan said. Sanan Angubokun, chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, welcomed the court's decision not to suspend Mr. Srettha, saying that he can continue to carry out government policies uninterrupted. And that's also a good point. Look, at the end of the day, whatever the result of this scrutiny is, it is nice to see that there's some consideration being made for the continued smooth running of Thailand while that adjudication is ongoing. So that's definitely some good news. For those who are outsiders, sort of Westerners, I know it's a little bit of an interesting concept, especially from an American standpoint, where, for example, our Supreme Court in the United States does not issue advisory opinions, so its function doesn't operate similarly to the Constitutional Court's operation here in Thailand. But it's worth noting that the Constitutional Court in many ways, and there are others, acts as one mechanism of check and balance within the Thai system. And again, I think that this is something that in the past may have been lacking because, oftentimes things would trigger and events would sort of snowball very quickly and lead to problematic situations, to say the least. I find it interesting sort of watching the practical application of the current Constitution because I remember when Kun Michai was brought in to help actually draft the document, and they went into some detail about how he was quite a learned person and he was, quite erudite, if you will, and basically he was smart. He was a smart sort of legalman, for lack of a better term. I hesitate. Legal philosopher, however you want to look at it. Long story short, yeah, this is a interesting situation. It's good to see the systems that are in place to provide not only accountability, but a sort of check and balance, as well as an ability to let the country continue to run smoothly, are all sort of operating simultaneously here. Again, to outsiders, I could see how this whole situation might seem confusing a little bit, not really understand okay, so the court's weighing in on this, they may be able to suspend him, they may not. I get it, but that said, this is Thailand, and quite honestly, the way that it works here is kind of unique. It's what works for Thailand. So hopefully all things will pan out to the positive benefit of the kingdom as a whole.